Hey, it's Barry.
And Dave.
I'm Greg.
All right.
Where are we at, Dave?
We're coming to you from icast 2022.
That's it. And we're here with Greg Vinson, MLFer.
Talking fishing.
Talking fishing.
Right. Nothing better.
This guy knows where to find the fish, how to find the fish, and even more important, how to put them in the boat.
He's got the big secret.
We're going to talk about
Secret's getting out.
Yeah,
Secret's getting out.
One of the most whispered about, now becoming shouted about products out in the industry. I love it.
Yeah.
I hate to put it in the boat because I have to keep it away from my wife because she uses it and catches more fish than me, and it, you know, we'll go.
It happens. Yeah, it happens to the best of us.
Too much though. Now it's getting ridiculous.
Yeah.
So what do you think, Dave? Where are you going?
I'm going to the camera. See ya.
All right.
All right. What are we going to talk about that everybody that's, well, you know, everybody that's somebody really isn't a great way to put it because we're all somebody. But the guys that are out there fishing the tournament trails are using a top secret, additive, sneaky little trick. Let's just bring it in.
Here it is right here. Baitfuel.
It's out.
If you haven't heard about it yet, you have now.
That's right.
And you're going to hear about it some more. It's legit, man. The first thing you see something in a bottle like this is you think scent. You know, we think about smells. I know I was conditioned growing up. You know, you put something on the bait and make it smell, either to cover your own smell or smell like something they eat. The first thing you notice is there's no smell in this bottle. It's way more advanced than that.
That don't work. It don't smell. It don't work.
I like the people that say that because that means I'm gonna catch a few more fish. But and I'm gonna be honest with you. When we first started testing it, it didn't smell. I was conditioned to I want to put a scent on my bait.
Yeah, right.
You know, that's what I was used to doing for years.
Well, on your bait, on your hands, on your clothes, everything else.
2 years of scientific lab testing to come up with this formula right here. They got the best results. You know, they tested on fish, different species of bass, see how they reacted. True scientific testing over 2 years, and the result was phenomenal. Right out of the gate, we started, the best way to find out is you're dealing with a group of fish. Fortunately, where I fish, I get to use Garmin Live Scope. I'm looking at fish in deep water. I can see how they react each time I cast a bait to them. I'm using the same color bait, same setup. Everything's the same. They're not biting it. I put a little bait fuel on it, show it to these same group of fish I've been messing with a while. Boom, boom, boom.
Nice.
That tells me everything I need to know. From then on, I know that it works.
That's got to be a blast to go just to see that down there and see that reaction when they, because it is a little puzzling. You're expecting it to smell, expecting something. It's like, what's doing it? What's making it work? And it's some top secret stuff that makes it work. But
I can tell you that it's water soluble.
Okay.
It's not smelly. It's not messy.
Yep.
You know, when I take a little bit and I put it on my bait while I'm fishing, a lot of times I'm not always using a bait that has the bait fuel in the plastic, and I'll put a little bit on the bait while I'm fishing. It feels a little slimy, kind of like fish slime on your hands. I can just put my hands, wash them off in the water. They don't smell. They're clean. I'm back to fishing. But it stays on the bait for a little while. So that's a cool thing. One thing I like to do, if you're using a plastic that doesn't already have like
a scent or something to it,
the new net bait products that have the bait fuel logo on them are poured with bait fuel in the plastic, which is great. Give you a good up close personal look at that. See that logo? That's a new Mega Big Bopper game changer right here down in Florida. You guys know
we're all in agreement on that.
But if I'm using a plastic that doesn't have bait fuel in it already, the thing I've had the best results with is to put a little bit in there early in the morning before I start fishing, or better yet, the night before. Practicing for a tournament. Usually you kind of know, hey, in this case, they're biting a green pumpkin salt lick. I know I'm gonna be using these tomorrow. I'm gonna put just enough in there to get these damp, I would say, and work that in. You don't fill up the whole bag. You're just wasting your bait fuel. It's a hot commodity. You don't want to waste it because you don't know when you're going to get some more.
That's right.
So just put a little bit in there, enough, and work that in.
Let it kind of marinate.
And let it marinate. That's what I say. And it'll absorb into that plastic. And they're going to give you a lot better results during the day the next day.
And I can attest to the fact that it absolutely works. And then one of the things, anecdotally, is brim, catfish, bass. You can't keep anything off your bait. I mean, out there at Headwaters, that's what I find. I'm getting a bunch of little short brim tugs now that I wasn't getting before. We caught a catfish. that I don't usually catch. You know, yeah, you can catch small worms, but all of a sudden bait fuel, and now I'm just like bite. So it's interesting that everything seems to be attracted to it, not just the bass. Yeah.
I don't know what's in it, but I know it works. And,
yeah, right.
I've heard that same story from a lot of us guys at American Bait Works Pro staff. You know, we mention it because we're supposed to mention it. Otherwise, I wouldn't say a word about it.
Right. Yep.
But on the back scene, there are a lot of people talking about it that aren't saying as much, but we're all saying the same thing. It's like, hey, I'm dealing with fish that were hard to catch. I put the bait fuel product on. I either used a bait that had bait fuel in it, or I put it on my bait, and bang, they started biting. That tells you everything you need to know.
You know what they're going to start doing? They're going to have that guy that checks your boat, you know, when you go in for the tournament. Yeah. He's going to be checking for bait fuel.
Checking for bait fuel?
Yep. Yeah. You got bait? Out.
Yeah, this guy's cheating.
We need to even this up, because that product absolutely makes a difference. If you don't have any yet, probably going to wind up having to go to AmericanBaitWorks.com to get it. And if you do, use the Headwaters 15 coupon code, you'll get 15% off. And that goes for all their products, all their rods, all their baits, doesn't matter what it is, but definitely get hold of some of the bait fuel, and get some of the packs that now already have the bait fuel in the packs of baits. So, all right, I'm going to ask you the same thing. First off, how long you been doing the pro fishing thing?
I'm right at about 15 years now, and it's amazing how fast it's going when you're doing something you love.
You got one lake to fish for the rest of your life. That's it. You got no other choices. What's it going to be?
Well, from what I've been hearing, it's probably Headwaters, but I haven't had a chance to fish it yet.
You either. You and Cliff are coming out with me and Dave, and we're going to put.
I have got to. It's on my bucket list. I've got to go see if the stories are true, and I know from Buddy's pictures that they are.
Yep, they are. But discounting Headwaters.
Yeah.
What would be it?
I'm going to give you probably an unconventional answer, because I've fished some of the best lakes in the country on the different tours. The lake I grew up on is Lake Martin. It's a deep, clear highland lake that a lot of bass fishermen be like, I don't want to fool with that clear water.
Right.
But it's home. And I love catching those spotted bass. They're not always the biggest fish.
Right.
But when I go to Lake Martin, I'm home, and that's where I like to go when I'm fun fishing.
Just feel good.
Lake Martin, Alabama.
Memories and all that.
Man.
Right on. Nothing wrong with that at all. All right, Greg. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it, guys.
Yep. And we'll see y'all in the next video.
Thanks, Craig.